Hello guys, it's Mr. Maximo here. Vinny Sandu for the European Cricket Network with a match preview for match 16 of the European Cricket Series Dresden. This is the first game of Thursday the 13th of August between USG Chemnitz and BSV Britannia. The game will start 7 a.m. GMT, which is 9 o'clock in Central Europe. It's 12:30 p.m. in India. And as always, you can catch the action here on the European Cricket Network, whether it's through our website, www.ecn.cricket, or our YouTube channel, ECN European Cricket Network. And if you're in the Indian subcontinent, you can catch it on fan code. And guys, again, you get two for the price of one because these two teams will meet twice on Thursday. They'll meet in the first and fourth matches. So feel free to use this preview also for the fourth match, which will be match 19. A reminder to all of you out there to join us on social media because there's so much happening in the world of European cricket. Of course, we're going to be in Belgium this weekend. So that's another country to tick off the list on the European Cricket Series. So join us at European Cricket, or you can follow me, Mr. Maximo. Let's have a look then at what's shaping up to be an interesting day on Thursday. I've circled the two games. You can see these two teams playing each other. It's the final 5 preliminary matches, and then we're going into finals Friday, where we will ultimately find out who will be the champion in Dresden this week. So we do have some likely lineups for you, and USG Chemnitz will be led by Raj Nagaraja with Sandeep Shivalinga-Gowda behind the wickets, while for BSV Britannia, Rohit Singh will lead them onto the field with Vijay Lakshmanan likely to be their wicketkeeper. And USG, well, they have won 2 out of their 6 matches so far. I feel like they've been close in a few of them, but just not had the results falling their way. Now, they are coming off a rest day, so they would have had plenty of time to think about things and think about tactics in the T10 game, and they've got both their final preliminary matches against BSV Britannia on Thursday. And while BSV Britannia, well, talk about making an entrance, they made quite a splash in their first 4 appearances on Wednesday. They absolutely blitzed it, winning all their games, including a very good performance against the highly fancied BSC Reberger team in their final match. And they feature in 4 of the 5 matches on Thursday, so it's going to be quite tiring for them, but they're full of confidence and they've got winning form behind them now. Let's go to Mr. Maximo's 11 to watch, and hopefully you find this information useful. For USG Chemnitz, I have super highlighted their captain, Rajesh Nagaraja. Now, he's been leading from the front for his side with 72 runs and 5 wickets this week, and he generally makes good decisions when he bats, and he's also been their most economical bowler this week. I've also highlighted for USG Chemnitz, Sandeep Shivalinga-Gowda, the keeper, as well as Gopi Manoharan, who is their leading run scorer this week with 123 of them, including a half century. I've also got Abdul Bashir there, who has 3 wickets so far with the ball, but he normally bats pretty high in the order. He's scored 96 runs, 60 of them in Maximos. In fact, he's the leading 6-hitter of any player in Dresden this week, so watch out for him. For BSV Britannia, I've super highlighted their captain, Rohit Singh. So I've super highlighted both the captains today, one from each team. Rohit Singh, well, I've loved the way that he's been going about his business in Dresden on the first day of action. He scored 120 runs and took 4 wickets. He always looked like he had things under control with the bat. He showed he can play the big shots and he can be quite inventive at times. But between that, he was just scoring off almost every ball that he faced. With the bat, he definitely wasn't mucking around. He scored at a strike rate of 200, and with the ball, he naturally swings the ball into the right-hander. It means a lot of the deliveries are attacking the stumps, and it makes him very dangerous with the ball. I've also highlighted for BSV Britannia some batting options there in Faisal Khan and Hitesh Thakur. Now, they haven't scored that many runs between them, but their off-spinners have been very effective, with Faisal Khan taking 5 for 28 on day 1 at an economy rate of 5.6, while Hitesh Thakur took 6 for 36 at an economy rate of 7.2. So they have a lot of good spin bowling options to BSV Britannia. I've got more all-rounders there in Sanish Goyal and Wakas Virik. So Sanish Goyal is a leg spinner who is their leading wicket taker on Wednesday with 7 wickets. And he also showed that he knew how to hold a bat. His effort of 5 for 23 in their last match was critical to them winning that big game. And it's not often you see a 5-wicket haul in a T10 game, but we have seen it a couple of times now in the European Cricket Series. Well, Wakasveric, he bowled very well, but I'm not sure he batted to the best of his ability on their first day. If he gets more opportunities to open innings, I'm sure he'll want to make a big score. He won't want to miss out, and he'd like to build some confidence with the bat going into finals Friday. Finally, I've got some bowling options there for BSV Britannia. I've got Gaurav Lohia. He is an off spinner who also showed that he knew how to hold the bat, as well as Najibullah Yasser, the pocket rocket. Well, there's not much of this guy, but he can be explosive and really hit the ball into orbit. He scored 36 of his runs in sixes in their first 4 matches. So let's get to prediction time. And this one might not be as easy to call as you might think, with Britannia obviously being big favourites, but they are coming off a 4-match day, while USG Chemnitz have had a day off. And we talked a little bit yesterday on the show about fatigue and how it can affect people, and particularly mentally when there's not too much to play for in these matches except for position on the table and perhaps an easier semi-final on Friday. So I think that these two teams, they do play each other twice. I think the first match does present USG Chemnitz with a bit of an opportunity to knock BSV Britannia off. So I did think about predicting an upset in the first match, but ultimately it wasn't enough to tip me over the line, and I have tipped BSV Britannia to win both matches. Although I do have a little bit of an alarm bell going off in my head about the first match, because I do think that USG could come out and put on a pretty good showing against BSV Britannia. Potentially an upset, but I wasn't game enough to predict it. I've predicted BSV Britannia to win both their matches in match 16 and match 19 against USG Chemnitz. I put Rohit Singh to be the star player. I really liked his work, and hopefully he can keep leading his team. I think they're probably the favourites for the tournament after that performance on Wednesday, but with the schedule being like it is, they're going to be pretty tired, packing all those games into just 2 or 3 days. But I hope they can keep it up for their sake. BSV Britannia is my pick to win the games against USG Chemnitz. So we hope you enjoyed today's match preview show. Make sure that you like and leave a comment. I'll try and get back to them if I do get a chance today. We do appreciate all your support. Just a final reminder to follow us at European Cricket. But for now, this is Vinny Sandhu, Mr. Maximo for the European Cricket Network, saying enjoy the game, and we'll see you next time.